The best movie of all time, Mazzy. The Godfather.
Oh yeah.
Signed by all the cast there.
That's cool.
Al Pacino, a lot of them have signed that. We're not sure what this sword is, what it's from, what it is, but it looks like it's a real alligator or crocodile, I don't know the difference, which has been used as a sheath for the sword. That's a bit special, but we can't see any signs for it anywhere.
Yeah.
It's a hairy fish, Mazzy.
Yeah.
A fur-bearing trout. A real one, apparently.
Very rare.
Says there, caught in 1963 in Lake Michigan. That is amazing. If that is real, that is just...
I'm unsure.
I've never seen anything like it. A furry fish. You've even got Lady Diana's autograph here. A signature in there. There's a lot of things which are Peaky Blinders, and I've never watched the programme, have you, Mazzy?
Don't know what it is.
It's like a, I think it's set in like the 40s or something.
Is it a sitcom or a film? Or?
It's a TV series.
Oh, okay.
I think it's something like Gangsters or something, I'm not sure. But it was filmed here, I didn't realise this is the jail. And here they are stood outside, which is why there's a lot of things in here with autographs of the people from the show in it. Check out the suit, Mazzy.
I know, it's so cool. I love it.
Okay, it's just a blue suit, but do you know who it belonged to? Ronnie Cray, from the Cray twins.
So while I'm on my own, I'm just going to show you this, guys, which I think is really cool. The blue and white pinstripe suit worn by Ronnie Cray at the funeral of his mother. I do think he must have been a big lad. Oh, and I just spotted a bra signed by his, worn by and signed by his Ronnie Cray's wife. It's actually a very sexy bra. I think I've got one like that. Very nice, very cute. This was the actual drawing done by Reggie Cray whilst in prison.
It's rubbish.
Let me get a true size of you against Ronnie Cray.
Oh, is that Ronnie Cray's suit?
It is, yeah.
Yeah, look at my shoulder compared to it.
Yeah. They were
They
huge.
must have been big guys. It's just I see them in prison, and they're like, they've shriveled up as old men. They're dead now, but they're shriveled up. But obviously in the 20s and 30s, these guys were big.
Yeah.
So these are all items which belonged to the Crays, are they, Mazzy?
Yeah.
Did you say?
Yeah.
Wow, you've got some like knuckle dusters and things.
Yeah.
Lots of knuckle dusters. Truncheons, knives, money.
Blades.
Blades. Hammer.
Wow.
Reggie Cray. He's not that good as an artist, is he? Let's be honest. He drew that. It's interesting, he signs it Reg Cray, not Reggie Cray. They were known as Reggie Cray, weren't they?
Yeah.
In fact, that's the same. He must have drawn that a lot. That belongs to his wife as well, Kate Cray.
Yeah.
One of the wedding at the mental asylum when he was in prison. It's just unbelievable. So this jacket was Ronnie Cray's jacket at his own wedding, I think that's what it's saying. All the clothing, all the models of them do look very big, don't they? I didn't realise they were tall people, but
I mean, they must have been big.
look at the size of Mazzy there.
Big fellas.
Must have been huge.
Yeah.
A crossbow there used by the Cray twins, which the police got when they got arrested. You just don't have crossbows in your house, do you?
No. There he is. My Louise was reading his book, which is this one, and she absolutely loves his book. He loves him. So she'll love the fact knowing that I'm in here.
You've got a budgie suit here. This is what the prisoners called them. And that was owned by
Charles Bronson.
Charles Bronson.
Yeah, complete nutter.
And gifted to the museum owner by one of the screws in the prison. But the thing what gets me about that, just film me next to it.
Yeah.
What a very big bloke, really, wasn't he? But he does look a big bloke.
Yeah, well he was nasty though,
I
wasn't
reckon
he?
I'd have had a chance against him. So there's Charles Bronson's glasses. His actual glasses, and there's a picture of him wearing them there in prison with that suit on, which is that suit there. And next to it, part of his beard in a little plastic bag there. This is art. Charlie Bronson made this and sent it to his mother. Look at that, like a Christmas egg. That's a bit special.
It's actually quite cute.
Very nice.
This is actually really good.
This is Charles Bronson's artwork, isn't it?
I've
He did draw some really weird things. Quite good, really.
Yeah, I think it's quite intricate and yeah.
I just can't understand what's going through the guy's head. You know, what are some of these pictures of? I just don't get it. Look, a man on the back of a tortoise with a man's head. What is Charles Bronson thinking? So he did this one whilst he was in solitary confinement in Wood Hill, Milton Keynes. But we've noticed there's a lot with like keyholes in the head. And he puts himself in the pictures a lot. There he is on a cross. There he is painting. Free Reggie Cray. God knows what that is. Elephant Man, Rat Man. What's going on? What's going on? And then this one is from the same year, whilst in solitary confinement, same place, same prison, same time. Again with the keyhole, look.
It's so easy to forget we're actually in an old jail, isn't it?
Yeah. There's a lot of stories to the actual jail itself, and a lot of paranormal people that come here and said they've felt things.
Oh really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. Like in here, this is a room full of things to see. It's a prison cell.
There's lots of rooms, guys, literally all the way up and all the way down. Oh, prison bed.
Are you a Sex Pistols fan?
Not really.
I am.
Are you?
I love the Sex Pistols.
Okay.
And this place is full of Sex Pistols clothes.
Yeah,
Sid Vicious things. Apparently when he committed suicide, his mum gave these to the museum. He got his pants, a couple of t-shirts, and a fantastic leather jacket there. So these were his boots, his motorcycle boots. He got all these chains he used to wear around his neck, like dog collars and things. Debbie Harry. Billy Idol. Have you heard of the Great Train Robbery? This was worn during the Great Train Robbery by Bruce Reynolds, one of the gang members. And there's a letter from him. Dear Andy, thanks for the splendid hospitality and the opportunity to review all the exhibits in your museum. Blah de blah de blah, but and he's the owner of this museum. So he's actually been in touch with Reynolds and got hold of this. Got Ronnie Biggs there, signed picture. I don't know this guy, Dave Courtney. This is one of his suits. One of the most famous London gang members. I can't say I know him, I'll be honest with you. These are all some of his possessions. Imagine being hit by that. So I showed you the suit round there of Dave Courtney, who I've not heard of, but he's one of the biggest gangsters in London, in Britain, in the world. Look, reading this. This belonged to him. It's like big machete, cleaver, and he's wrote this letter to the museum owner, to Andy. This is the actual cleaver that cost me 3 years for attacking 5 Chinese waiters. Don't about with Dave Courtney. OBE. He's calling himself an OBE there, has he?
Okay.
Ronnie Cray. Trying to be an artist again. Someone should have told him to give up. Well, they wouldn't dare, would they? He wasn't very good. They got 2 really bad people here, Mazzy. This is a Christmas card, handwritten and signed by Myra Hindley to the Black Widow. I can't say I know most of these, to be honest with you, but here you've got Brian Cockerell's glove. Freddie Foreman, Dave Courtney and Howard Marks have signed that one. This is the 5-time women's world champion, I think it's saying. And here, Roy Pretty Boy Shaw. His gloves there. Again, one of the biggest gangsters in London. And who's this? Ian the Machine Freeman. And his belt. Frank Bruno, Ricky Hatton, Amir Khan, the Governor. Some proper art of his there, Mazzy.
Bit twisted, isn't it?
It's not bad though. I think that's quite... He did have a bit of talent compared to Reggie Cray when it comes to what we saw in the last bit.
Yeah, this is his vestlet that he wore in the gym while in prison.
Look how wide it is.
Yeah.
And there's another one behind you, I don't know if that's his as well.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of his whilst he was in prison. Did he do that? That's a good painting. I'm guessing that's one of his paintings there. Can't remember the story, I'll have to look this up again, but Harry Roberts, one of the cop killers, this were a massive, massive story in its day. And I think there were 3 of them who just pulled up and shot into the police car and killed the copper or coppers in there. But that's his suit, and this is his what he wore in jail. This is a documentary for us tonight, Mazzy. I think. Someone called Mullin, Herbert W. Mullin, an American serial killer, killed 13 innocent people, and there's a letter he's wrote here to somebody else claiming that he only killed them in order to save the world from earthquakes. Clearly mad in the head.
Yeah. Okay.
I can't say I've heard of this cult. It sounds like some kind of religious cult. And this is some of the clothes they actually wore, and they had a big suicide pact and killed themselves. And that's some of the actual clothing. 1997, if you've heard of this. But I haven't. You've heard of Charles Manson.
Yes.
Everyone's heard of Charles Manson.
Weirdo.
A few of his hairs there.
Ew.
A few of his hairs. I don't know if this is something he's written. I can't really read the bottom of it. Yeah, Charles Manson it says on the top there. So that's a piece of cloth from an actual shirt worn by Charles Manson.
Are they his fingerprints, are they?
That is the actual original Texas police fingerprints of Charles Manson. No, it's not.
No.
It's of one of the family members, Charles Tex Watson.
Charles Manson family member, murderer.
The Boston Strangler, another one you've heard of.
Yeah.
Now this is a necklace which he actually made in prison. Albert DeSalvo, his name. In Walpole State Prison, 1972, before I was born.
There's a picture of him.
How would he make that then? Must be pretty skilled to make that, unless it just means made the bottom bit.
It's probably just this.
It's probably just that, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's another I've heard of, John Dillinger. Again, his signature on there. A bank robber and murderer.
That's his wanted poster, Bubba.
Why have I heard of him?
Dunno.
Did you say it smells in here?
Yeah.
It'll be that.
Yeah.
Now, you're a bit freaked out by that, aren't you?
I'm freaked out by it all.
You're going to be even more freaked out in a minute
Why?
when I tell you that is an actual human body in there.
I'm guessing it is.
I don't know for sure, but I'm presuming it is. We'll soon find out.
Oh gosh, yeah, it do smell. Oh. Oh.
So you've got an electric chair here from New York, known as Old Smoky. Great name for an electric chair.
I think that's been in some films, hasn't it, Old Smoky? Let me know in the comments. I'm sure.
I don't know, this is all I know about it.
Yeah.
Horatio Nelson, Lord Nelson. These are actual lace nightcaps which belonged to his missus. He had a missus who gave birth to his son. So they're old, they're like 1700s. Nelson's Lady of the Night. Nelson's biggest love. Nelson paid off his wife with £400 a year. No wonder she can afford such lovely lace things. I just have to get that in because that's one of my favourite well, it is probably my favourite programme of all time. Prison Break. Signed by all the cast. Oh, I loved her, Mazzy.
I
did love her.
He's quite attractive.
Well, that's the guy. That's him up there.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. I'll have to admit, he were a good-looking lad.
Yeah, he's got his top on.
But she were nice as well.